To Quarantine Tonight. I'm Cody.
And I'm James.
And this is a show about the quarantine for the quarantiners by a couple quarantiners.
Guys, we've got an incredible show for you tonight. We cannot wait to take it.
James, before we get to that, when you were in hair and makeup getting ready for tonight's show, your ex-wife called.
What?
Yeah, I answered it. Sorry, but she said that she wanted to get back together.
What?
Forget about what I said in Toronto.
Are you serious?
I can look over that weird thing.
I've been dreaming about this day. I've been thinking about this day my entire life. This is the greatest thing that could ever
happen to me. April Fools. You should have seen your face.
You got me.
Yeah, guys.
You really got me there.
This is a little quarantine tip. Just because we're stuck indoors doesn't mean we can't have fun. Enjoy April Fools. Play a prank on your best bud.
You sure she didn't call? You sure she didn't? Maybe I just missed it. Maybe it was a silent call or something. But
No. She did not call you. She wants nothing to do with you.
Anyway, Cody, how was your day?
Thank you for asking, James. Well, actually, I had 3 Bumble dates.
3 again?
3 again, that's right. It was active. But I took your advice from yesterday, and I decided to watch 3 different movies with the girls instead of watching the same movie with 3 different girls.
And how'd it go?
It went good. We watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So the first girl, we watched the first one. Second girl, the second movie. The last one, the last part of the trilogy.
Oh, wow. Had they all seen it before? Was anyone confused?
No, there was a little bit of problems. The first girl, obviously that one went fine. Watching the first movie together was perfect. But I gotta say, the second girl, the third girl, it was a little hard because they didn't see the first movie, and so they were a little lost.
Huh.
I told them, hey, try and watch the first one before our date, but they ran out of time.
Hey, it is what it is. Right. Next time it doesn't have to be a trilogy, a movie that one informs the next one. Maybe it could just be 3 different random movies that are all separate.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be sure to do that for my next dates. Hey, Cindy.
Anyway, guys, let's move on to the first segment of the night, guys. We thought it'd be a great idea if we took a look back at some of our favorite activities that you can do during this quarantine.
Yeah, guys, look, we have been very busy this afternoon on the phones with our lawyers trying to sue the pants off of those quarantine late show guys.
Yeah, guys, it turns out we don't have a case. However, it's not going to stop us, Quarantine Late Show. If it's a late night war you want, you got one, buddy. Yeah. We're coming for you.
Yeah, we need all of our quarantinis
and our corn dogs
to have our back and not watch their show.
Do not watch that show.
All right.
Anyway.
What James was talking about earlier is, yes, we're going to go back and look at some of our older segments to see how to help you stay active. Because, look, we've been stuck in this quarantine for how many days?
57?
19? I'm pretty sure it's 19.
19? God, it feels way longer than that.
Yeah, no, it feels longer because you don't have a job.
True.
They sort of bleed together there. But, guys, we're going to look at some of our old segments, and this is one of my favorites. This is where we see James keeping up with his favorite hobby of fishing while staying home.
Guys, we really ate well that night. Let's take a look. All right, guys, as I mentioned, fishing is one of my favorite hobbies, and I'll just go crazy if I can't do it. If you would see me on any other Saturday at the Silver Lake Reservoir, you'd see me casting those lines. Apparently, it's not legal to fish on protected government land. Anyway, you might be asking yourself, but James, isn't fishing a approved social distancing activity? You're right. But my mental health professional said it's best I stay indoors during these times. So what did? I brought the fishing to me. Let me show you how I do it. Guys, you get your regular rod that you always use, but something different. I figured these inside fish, they don't go for the typical bait. These guys really love ketchup. Oh, we got a live one! So all you want to do is you want to hook your bait and make sure you get a lovely little delicious snack for these fishies to feast upon. When it's hooked on your line, you're going to want to make sure you do a nice, strong cast. Ah! Oh, Cody, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Okay, good. Anyway, so once the line has been cast, now becomes the waiting game. Now this is my favorite part of the experience, where you just clear your mind and live with your thoughts. It could be days, it could be weeks, it could be oh my goodness, we're already getting a bite. Okay guys, carefully, very carefully, you don't want to lose it. You want to reel it in. Oh baby, it looks like we got one. Let's take a look at the first catch of the day. Oh my goodness, if that isn't a 3-inch battered cod, or what we'd say in the fishing community, a fish stick. Oh baby, that looks delicious. Cody, I think we found dinner for tonight.
Yay!
Alright guys, thanks so much for joining me on my hobby. Let's get back to the show.
Alright, well that was fun. Look at the size of that fish stick.
Yeah, I still remember that night. Ooh, it tasted amazing. A little tartar sauce, a little ketchup.
Yeah, that was fun. Alright guys, well, let's move on to one of my favorite segments, quarantine sports. And this is where I showed you guys how to bowl at home, one of my favorite sports.
Guys, it can be hard not to be able to do your favorite hobbies, favorite sports. But Cody here is going to show you a very simple and easy way to still get the fun out of bowling.
Guys, let's come back to one of my favorite smells, the smell of the wood and the smell of the balls. Let's take a look. Alright guys, today I want to talk to you about some quarantine sports. And you know, being in quarantine, it sucks that we can't do our favorite hobby. And my favorite hobby is going to the bowling alley. Well, guess what, guys? We can't go to the bowling alley. We can't go and enjoy that smell of that wood, the smell of the balls, the smell of the stale popcorn and the beer. So, that doesn't mean we can't keep up with our favorite hobby. Alrighty, guys. Welcome to Quarto Lanes. This is our bowling alley that we built in our house. It's pretty easy. Just take all the books you own and put them in 2 rows. That kind of acts like the bumpers. I still use the bumpers. Next, you're going to get 6 water bottles. If you're a beginner, I recommend using empty water bottles. But if you're a pro like us, we filled them all the way up to the top. Next, you're going to take a can of soup. I recommend a chunky brand because it has a little bit more oomph to it. We're using grilled chicken and sausage gumbo, but really you can use whatever you like. Yeah, so we got our balls, we got James in the back, he's our ball boy, and we got a little scoreboard. Let me show you how we do it. Oh!
Strike!
He got a strike! So, while he's setting up for my second roll, just gonna dry off my hands here. We get the ball back. We gotta check, let's see. Grilled chicken and sausage gumbo, that's my ball. Here we go. Let's get another one. All right, well, not everything I was hoping for, but this is Quarto Lanes. And it's so fun, it's so easy to do, and you can do it at home. Well, did you have fun, James?
So much fun.
Well, let's go on back to the desk and continue on with the show. Oh, that is fun.
What a fun segment. Hey, maybe next time I can play.
Oh, you're really good at keeping score, though, so...
True, I am.
Probably stick to that.
Alright guys, moving on to our next segment, A Night at the Core Museum. Guys, just because we can't go out to the museum and appreciate art doesn't mean you can't bring the museum to you. Right, Cody?
Oh, did somebody say art? Guys, I love art. In fact, it's pretty much the only thing I look at. And I think this segment that we're about to show you kind of encourages you to think about what art that you have in your own place that you're surrounded by. Guys, if you want to know something about me, one of my favorite things about art is that it's mostly just pictures. Very little words to read.
Such a great point. Guys, let's take a look.
Hi there, and welcome to the East Wing of our Quaranzeum, or my part of the wing. I want to show you guys some of my favorite pieces of art. First, we have this beautiful lithograph print by M.C. Escher, or what I like to call Maurits Cornelis Escher. He's a Dutch-born artist who, from his parents, was forced to be a mathematician, but he broke out and created these beautiful pieces of work. He died in the 1970s, and that's when he became famous. Next, we're moving on to one of my newest favorite artists, American-born Josh Agel, or more commonly known as Shag. He specializes in these art pieces that I like to call a mix-up of the Jetsons and the Mad Men. Check his stuff out at shag.com. And last but not least, my favorite piece is done by my mother, Sharon Sorensen. She specializes in a drawing technique of doing one continuous line over the whole painting and then filling it in with watercolor. You can check her out at ArtsyBird on Instagram. James, what are you showing in your part of the wing?
Thank you, Cody. Now here in the West Wing, it's a little bit more personal to me because this is the wing that houses the art I have created. Let me show you a couple of my favorite pieces. This first one is called Violent Fury. Now this was during my red period where there was a lot of anger and frustration. I'd just been broken up with, I'd recently been arrested for shoplifting at a Walmart, and I think you can see through red, the devil, and all the frowny faces that I was going through a lot. Ooh, I don't go back there anytime soon. Moving on to my next piece called Mental Squarestulation. Now this was during my Cubist phase where I was getting a little bit more intellectual. I was really trying to play with the geometry and really push the form. And they'll tell you you can only use cubes in a Cubist painting, but I disagree. I think you can use triangles, rectangles, and hexagons. And finally, probably my favorite piece and my most recent one. It's a self-portrait. I did this with a charcoal sketch, which probably took me about 20 minutes, which is pretty long for me, but I think you can see the similarities. Anyway, thanks so much for visiting the Quaranzeum. And let's get back to the show.
Alright, well that was fun, and look at those pieces of work.
And guys, if you like those pieces of work, you gotta check out my sculptures.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing stone sculptures.
Play-Doh. It's way easier. Alright guys, that is all the time we have for tonight.
Thank you so much for watching our show. I hope you're enjoying.
Actually, Cody, I'm sorry. Before we go, I have an announcement I'd like to make.
All right.
If I can do that here.
Please.
Unfortunately, I've decided I am moving out.
Wait, you're moving out?
Yep, that's right.
Oh my God. That is fantastic! I am so happy right now. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I have so many ideas to use your room. I'm going to turn it into like a gym, a studio. Oh, I need to call Tim. Tim.
April Fools! April Fools! It's a joke.
Oh, so you're not moving out?
No, I'm broke. I can't move out right now.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, great.
It's April Fools. I guess I kind of figured you'd be a little bit more upset.
Oh, James, I'm upset.
No, when I told you first.
Yeah, well, I'm upset.
I know you are now, but it's not really... Well, anyway,
Okay,
guys, make sure
let's-
you follow us on all of our social media, and if you want to get in touch, email us at quarantinetonightshow@gmail.com.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you stay safe.
Wash your hands.
And your toes.
Good night.
Bye.